Hey everyone, it's been a little bit since I've done a video, so I thought I'd do something on magneto timing because I keep getting a lot of questions about it to kind of help clear some of you guys up. I'm out here, I'm waiting for my onions to finish up. It's a recipe I'm trying, so I figured now would be a good time to break out a magneto that I will be working on and kind of explain this. Okay, so you see these timing marks up here. That has nothing to do with your run timing. That is your impulse timing, meaning that is just your start timing. This drive cup right here, the thing with the ears on it, with the 6274 on it, that sets your run timing, okay? This 6274 just so happens to be a 25-degree drive cup, which is meant for gasoline engines. Usually the all fuels and distillates, by the way, this is a John Deere Magneto. Some of this may or may not apply to other Magnetos as well. This 6274 drive cup is for John Deere's and it's for gasoline. Now they had other numbers. You may either get a part number or you may get a degree mark on your drive cup that shows a degree mark. And that shows you what it is. Normally, I think I was getting ready to say this, the distillates and kerosenes used 35 degrees. This is a 25 degree, okay? So, for everyone who keeps asking how to set the timing on these, your impulse timing, which is set by these marks up here, doesn't affect your run timing, but it does need to correspond to whatever drive cup you have, okay? Each of those marks stands for something, a certain degree of timing, okay? So this 6274 corresponds to a 25-degree drive cup. Just so happens the timing on this one is wrong, and I'll tell you guys why. On other magnetos, on other drive cups other than the 6274, the very center mark up here stands for about 12.5 degrees. Okay, so if you rotate that, you see that pointer down there, you rotate it to the left like it is, you're advancing it a little bit. If you go to the right, you're retarding the timing a little bit. Okay, on this particular one, on this very specific drive cup, that center mark does not mean 12.5, it means 2.5. Now some guys will say it means 3, and on the other ones it means 13. But to be very precise, it means 2.5 for this drive cup specifically. Each of the marks to either side of it represents 5-degree increment, okay? So you have to do some math. So the very first mark to the left of center is going to be 7.5 degrees. The next one is going to be 12.5. This one's wrong. The next one will be 17.5. The next one will be 22.5. So to get your extra 2.5 degrees to get to 25 degrees, because it has to match this drive cup, you need to set this particular timing mark between the very last left mark and between the one next to it, and it'll be right in the middle, kind of like how this one is set right here. It's in the middle, okay? And the reason for that, you set your timing up here corresponds to this cup, even though it's only your impulse mark. That's because whenever it's running, assuming it was a brand new mag, it needs to sit straight up and down, okay? And it needs to fire, it needs to impulse for your start timing, okay, at top dead center. Now if that was off, you would have to rotate it either way to get it to impulse at top dead center, and it might start, okay, but it wouldn't run very well because that would end up affecting your run timing, okay? So they have to correspond, okay? So even though that doesn't set your run timing, it can have an effect on it. The reason why that sets your impulse timing is because you see 1, 2, 3, 4 screws in there, and then you can see that little trip arm right there, okay? You loosen those and you rotate that to wherever you want your pointer. This one will have to be reset, okay? It looks like this one, the person who set it thought that that center mark was 12.5. Okay, so they were trying to get to 25. This one is incorrect. I'll have to fix that. He was wondering why it was running a little weird. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I hope that clears it up just a little bit. I know it's a little confusing. Like I said, be mindful of the part numbers or the degree marks. You need to know this because that's what sets that timing up there. And it's also good to know if you have a 25 or 35 degree drive cup. So Anyways, there you go, guys. I hope it helps.